But yeah, so I thought, what better time to make a video than right now. Happy Monday, press players. Alright, to be honest with you, it's not Monday. It will be Monday in 36 minutes, but that's besides the point. And actually, it's not that happy either. To be honest with you, I've been in the library I was in the library for 9 hours today. I just got back, and tomorrow I've got 3 back-to-back finals, and my room is a mess as usual, but it's worse now because I'm trying to get ready to go home and also leave for China. I'll give you just a quick little glance. There's all my stuff to go. Shoes, whatnot, bed, books, other stuff. I don't know. So, it is time to put on your big boy and or girl and or self-identified gender pants, because we're about to get a little real. It is Insecurities week here on Press Play, and in case you don't know what an insecurity is, I will read the definition. Insecurity is uncertainty or anxiety about oneself or something about oneself. And there are lots of different things that people can be insecure about, and they can be big things or they can be minute things that people wouldn't even think of. And so I thought that I would talk about what I consider to be my biggest insecurity. For me, that's always been my weight. Now, I know that's a pretty common thing. You hear a lot about people, insecure about their bodies and how they look. And there's a movement now of natural beauty and overcoming stereotypes and all that stuff. But, it's always been kind of a thing that I've had trouble with. And just to give you a little background, I grew up in a half Slovak, half Italian family, and if you don't know what that means, basically all we do is eat. Any family function revolves around food, like birthdays, funerals, anything. Literally just more food than you can imagine, and you are expected to eat as much as possible. When I was growing up, that food was always there. I enjoy food. I still enjoy food. But there wasn't like a limit put on me when I was a kid. So, I was just very content to eat. It wasn't until probably, like 4th or 5th grade when I noticed that my weight was a problem. It was around this time, I was doing things that a normal elementary school age boy was doing. I played baseball, football, soccer, bowling, all that different stuff. And it was around this time that I noticed that I was kind of different from some of my friends. And something that I'm thankful for, which I continue to be thankful for, is that never once was the reason that I felt different because of my weight or my size was never caused by one of my friends. What had happened when I realized that my weight was a problem was actually the reaction of my friends' parents. So it was on these sports teams and other activities that I was involved with. A lot of times my friends' parents were the ones in charge or organizing them. I don't know when it happened exactly, but my earliest memory of something similar to that revelation was, being treated a little bit differently. Obviously being heavier than my friends, I wasn't quite as fast or as athletic, so I would often be treated a little different. And, at some point, I realized that the parents were looking at me differently in almost a pitying way. And so this became like a personal stigma. It's something that I started carrying with me, and I was always very self-conscious about the clothes that I wore and how they fit my body and how I looked at different times. And I still do that today. It's not something that's easy to overcome. Even today, when I get dressed for class, I stop to look in the mirror and see if something's hugging me too tightly, or if I need to adjust something or pull my pants up more to cover my fat roll or whatever. Even though it's something that I've been dealing with for a long time, and it's not something that's easy to deal with, at least I don't think so. Been working to, not just because I think that, I don't think that there's some kind of standard for anyone when it comes to body image. I don't think that anyone should have to conform to any type of stereotype or anything like that. But for me, when it got to a point that I realized that my weight was the cause of things like I had asthma when I was younger and I got sick a lot, I decided that I wanted to make a change. So when I started high school, I started to swim and I played water polo, and I eventually did start to lose weight just because I was exercising more and being a lot more active than I was on elementary level sports. And I'm proud of the progress that I made, but I think that even in the future, as I continually lose weight and become more fit, I think that's being insecure about how I look is always going to be something that I carry with me, no matter what I look like. If I were, 140 pounds and was rail thin, I think that I would still be, very self-conscious about the way that my clothes fit and how I look if I don't have a shirt on. And I don't think that's something that anybody could ever overcome. But you keep working. And I think that's the most important thing to think about when you're dealing with an insecurity, is that no, you may not ever be rid of that insecurity, but there's always an opportunity to make yourself better because of it. And that might sound shallow from my perspective, but if you look at it in the case of other insecurities, I think that is a perfectly acceptable way to look at it. So, hope that this didn't get too real for you. And I hope that you gained something from me sharing my experience. And if any of you are dealing with a similar insecurity or any insecurity and you wanted to talk about it, I am always able to listen and connect with you guys. Leave something in the comments, or my channel has all of my social media on it. You could send me a Tumblr message or send something to the email for the group, and I will make sure to look at it if you tell me, and then delete it if you want. But yeah, don't let your insecurities get you down. Turn them into something positive. And that's all I got to say. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next Monday. Bye! So the first thing you're gonna do is take your bread. Excuse me, ma'am, have you seen this bread? It's pretty good bread. Not usually like this, I just trying to personify the tank top.